Have you ever picked up a penny and unknowingly held a six-figure fortune between your fingers? Imagine this. You're cleaning out your junk drawer, fishing out loose change. And there it is. A dull, forgotten 2000 Lincoln Memorial penny. No mint mark. Just 1 cent. Or is it? What if I told you that exact coin right now is worth $200,000? Yes, $200,000. For a coin most people wouldn't bend down to pick up. This isn't a fantasy. This is happening. And if you're 30 or older, there's a good chance you've touched, spent, or maybe even saved this penny already. Stay with me, because over the next few minutes you're going to find out how a single detail in this coin, one that most people overlook, could change your financial future. And before you say, "Come on, it's just a penny," ask yourself, what if that exact attitude is what's keeping you from unexpected wealth? Let's rewind to the year 2000. Y2K fears were fading, gas was $1 a gallon, and the US Mint was still striking billions of Lincoln cents. But amidst those billions, a tiny number slipped through with a rare twist. They were struck at the Philadelphia Mint but bore no mint mark. Now, most folks wouldn't blink at that. After all, Philly coins often go markless. But here's where it gets strange. Some of these 2000 no mint mark pennies were struck using an experimental die, creating a unique finish, a subtle luster and precision that's, well, just not normal. And collectors? They're going wild for it. Pause here. Think about the coins in your kitchen drawer, or the ones in that dusty coin jar in your garage. How many 2000 pennies are in there right now? Because if one of them fits this rare pattern, no mint mark, sharp features, near flawless finish, you could be holding what experts are calling a ghost release coin. Phantom, a unicorn in copper plating. Some have already sold at auction for over $200,000. And the market is heating up fast. Now, let's break down what gives this coin its firepower. First, rarity. Only a small unknown batch made it into circulation. Second, condition. These high-value examples are usually near-perfect. Think uncirculated or with minimal wear. But don't worry, even worn versions could still bring in thousands. Third, demand. Coin collectors across the country are competing for a place in history. They're after this coin the way a kid hunts for a golden ticket. Let me ask you this. What would you do if you found a $200,000 penny? Buy your dream car? Retire early? Pay off debt? Take that vacation you've put off for a decade? Or maybe you just smile, knowing that something you almost threw away gave you a brand new future. Let's break the tension for a second. Oh, you know what most people do when they hear a penny might be worth a fortune? They laugh nervously. Then they go check their drawers. And then full panic mode. Trust me, I've seen it. My neighbor once called me at 11 p.m. screaming about a 2000 penny he found under his couch cushions. Turned out it was Canadian. Close, but not quite. Moral of the story? Always check twice, maybe even 3 times, because the universe loves to reward the curious and punishes those who never bother to look. Here's the truth. Right now, there's a silent wave of wealth moving through the world of rare coins. Quietly, quickly, and most people are sleeping through it. But you're not like most people. You're here because you know that sometimes the smallest details lead to the biggest paydays. You believe that forgotten things, like old coins, can still hold massive value. So here's your call to action. Go check your change. Search your drawers. Look behind the sofa cushions. Search your penny jars. Flip every 2000 Lincoln penny and check for that missing mint mark and exceptional quality. If you don't, someone else will. And here's the kicker, prices are rising. Collectors know this coin won't stay under the radar much longer. The time to act is now. Not next week. Not next year. Now. And if you find one, you're not just finding a coin. You're uncovering a story. A legacy. A forgotten treasure that could help you build a future of freedom and comfort. And here's the kicker, that's not even the rarest penny out there. There are more coins, rarer, stranger, even more valuable, just floating around, hiding in plain sight. In our next video, I'll show you the penny that sold for over $1 million and how to spot it in seconds. But only if you hit that subscribe button. Because you never know, the next coin you check might just make you a millionaire. Stay curious, stay bold, and never underestimate the power of a penny. What if I told you that a single penny, sitting quietly in your kitchen drawer, could be worth more than a luxury car or even a house? Yes, a 1-cent coin from 2001 with no mint mark. And right now, one of these very coins is sitting in a collector's vault, valued at a jaw-dropping $201,000. Let that sink in. Still think pennies are worthless. Think again. You've probably spent dozens of these without even noticing. You may have dropped one in a tip jar last week or slid it under your car seat last month. But what separates an ordinary 2001 Lincoln cent from a six-figure gold mine? That's exactly what we're diving into today, so grab a cup of coffee, check your coin jar, and stay with me, because this story could change your financial future. Pattern interrupt with humor. Imagine calling your financial advisor and telling them your retirement plan is a lucky penny. They'd probably laugh. But after this video, they might not. Let's take a journey into the world of coin collecting, or what some call modern-day treasure hunting. The coin we're talking about, the 2001 Lincoln Memorial Cent at IT, looks like any other penny. Copper-plated zinc, Abraham Lincoln's profile, the familiar memorial building on the back, no mint mark. That small detail makes all the difference. Because no mint mark means this coin was struck in Philadelphia, and while millions were produced, only a select few came out with ultra-rare die errors, off-center strikes, double dies, and dramatic coloration from planchet variations. Now get this. One of these error coins, combined with pristine condition, what professionals call them, is 67 red, recently fetched over $200,000 at auction. Yes, $201,000 for a 1-cent coin. And here's where fear sets in. You might have had this coin. You might have spent it on gas, groceries, or gum, but if you don't know what to look for, you'll never know what you've lost. Let me ask you, when was the last time you really looked at your change? And that brings us to the million-dollar question: what exactly should you look for? Key characteristics to identify. First, condition is everything. Coins that are scratched, worn, or discolored lose value fast. You want your 2001 penny to look freshly minted, bold luster, no blemishes, and razor-sharp edges. Check Lincoln's eye and date for ghost-like shadows. The image isn't perfectly aligned, hairline fractures in the metal. A brilliant red hue boosts value dramatically. Now, here's the real cliffhanger. Many of these valuable coins were never discovered. They're sitting in jars, dresser drawers, and forgotten shoeboxes across the country, maybe even in yours. And while demand keeps rising, the supply is fixed, meaning these coins can only get more valuable over time. Let me throw a wild idea at you. What if this penny funds your next house or your dream vacation? What if this tiny coin is your first step toward financial freedom? Why should you care? Because while others chase risky investments, you could already be sitting on silent wealth. Because smart collectors aren't just preserving history, they're building legacies. And because you're not just watching this for fun, you're here because you want to sell smart, earn big, and live wealthy. A quick story before we wrap up. Last year, I helped a viewer identify a 2001 no mint mark penny with a unique double die. He thought it was pocket change. IT sold for over $140,000. Now he's flipping coins full-time, literally turning cents into a six-figure side hustle. So don't underestimate what's already in your hands. Sometimes, the smallest things carry the greatest value. Here's what I want you to do next. Go check your change jar. Dig through your drawers. Pull out those forgotten pennies. Look for that 2001 Lincoln Memorial penny with no mint mark, perfect condition, and rare features. And when you find something interesting, don't guess its value. Get it graded. Research it. Or better yet, subscribe to this channel where we break down every coin that could turn into your next fortune. We've got more tips, insider secrets, and real market values coming up, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's next. Because the next millionaire collector could be you. Hit that subscribe button now. Turn on notifications. And remember, in the world of rare coins, every penny counts. Did you know the penny in your junk drawer might secretly be worth more than your entire car? I'm not kidding. There's a 2002 Lincoln Memorial penny with no mint mark that's turning everyday people into six-figure winners overnight. And no, you don't need to be a professional coin collector. You just need to know what to look for. And the clock is ticking. Now, picture this. You're going through a handful of change at the gas station. Nothing fancy. Just a few quarters, a nickel, a dime, and one lonely little 2002 penny. You almost toss it into the take a penny tray. But something tells you to look closer. No mint mark. Sharp strike. Clean surfaces. You take it home. And later, a coin dealer offers you $200 and $2,000 for it. That's not a fantasy. That's a real market value for the rare 2002 no mint mark Lincoln cent in pristine condition. And today, I'm going to show you how to spot the exact features that could turn your pocket change into a payout big enough to erase your mortgage. Before we dig in, let me ask you this. When was the last time you checked your coins? Seriously, that's your first $1 million mistake right there. Let's get into it. The 2002 Lincoln penny was part of the long-running Memorial series, a design that was minted from 1959 through 2008. Most of them worth exactly 1 cent. But there's a catch. Some of these coins, especially those without a mint mark, were mistruck, double-dyed, or minted using rare planchets. Like bronze instead of zinc-coated steel, here's where it gets crazy. The Philadelphia Mint didn't stamp a P mint mark on its pennies, so all 2002 pennies from Philly show no mint mark. But among those, a few were struck with significant errors, like misalignment, double die obverse, or even being struck on foreign or older planchets. One known example with near-perfect condition and a rare striking error recently sold at auction for over $200,000. That's enough to put a down payment on your dream home, travel first class, or, heck, start a business. Now here's a pattern interrupt for you if you're thinking, this can't be real. Let me remind you, a single rare penny from the 1980s sold for $1.7 million. This isn't a lottery, it's knowledge. And it favors the prepared. Let's break down what to look for. No mint mark, check under the date. If it's blank, it's Philly. That's our starting point. Sharp details, a clean, centered strike. No heavy wear. Errors and variants. Look for doubling in the words Liberty or In God We Trust. Also, inspect Lincoln's profile. Some rare ones show unusual outlines or ghost images. Uncirculated or high grade. If your penny has minimal scratches and strong luster, it could qualify for MS65 or higher, where the big bucks come in. Hold that thought. Because what I'm about to tell you next is the real twist in the story, and it might just flip your idea of coin collecting upside down. Here's where fear and excitement collide. Right now, there are thousands of people across America holding on to pennies they think are worthless, while buyers, collectors, and investors are actively scouring for these hidden treasures. The window to sell these coins at their peak value is shrinking, especially as the collector market grows more competitive. Every day that passes, another rare penny is found and sold. Will yours be next? Or will it stay hidden until it's too late? You don't need to be a numismatist or spend thousands on grading. You just need a magnifying glass, a well-lit room, and the willingness to look. Start with the 2002s. Look for those with no mint marks. Check their condition. If it looks special, send it in for appraisal. Now, imagine 6 months from today. You're sitting on your back porch, a check for $200,000 and $2,000 in hand, and you're telling your friends, it was just sitting in an old coffee can. That can be your story if you act. Let's keep this journey going. Subscribe right now if you want more real-world strategies to turn coins into cash. I'll show you how to find pennies worth thousands, quarters worth 6 figures, and how to sell smart in a market that's heating up fast. Hit that bell, because your next big discovery could be hiding in your own pocket. Your wealthy lifestyle doesn't have to start with a raise. It could start with a penny. Subscribe for weekly coin value tips. Watch next. This quarter sold for $998,000. Find yours before it's gone. Join our free coin hunt checklist, link in description. Imagine digging through your junk drawer or pocket change and finding a single penny that could erase your mortgage, pay off your debts, and still leave enough to buy your dream car. Now, what if I told you that a plain-looking 2003 Lincoln penny with no mint mark could be worth $203,000 today? Sounds impossible, right? Here's the twist: thousands of these coins are in circulation right now, and some people are unknowingly spending them at gas stations for gum. Let that sink in. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to spot a fortune hiding in plain sight, and why the 2003 no mint mark Lincoln Memorial cent is quietly changing lives. So grab that old coin jar. You might just be sitting on a mini gold mine. And hey, if your last search through your coins ended in disappointment, This one won't. Let's dive in. Let's rewind for a moment. The 2003 Lincoln Memorial Cent is just another ordinary-looking penny to most. No mint mark.
No shiny packaging.
Nothing flashy. But behind this copper-colored disguise hides a story of rarity, errors, and collector chaos. Here's the deal. In 2003, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies. Most were struck in Philadelphia with no mint mark, others in Denver with a D. But a microscopic fraction had errors so rare and subtle that only trained eyes and lucky flippers ever noticed. We're talking about misaligned dies, double strikes, and off-center impressions. Even the tiniest shift in the coin's design can boost its value into the hundreds of thousands. And that's what happened with a very specific batch of 2003 no mint mark pennies. One of them recently sold for over $203,000 at a private collector auction. Now here's the kicker. It was found inside an old lunchbox. Let that be your reminder, wealth doesn't always look like a stock portfolio. Sometimes, it's hiding under years of dust. And before you think, I'd never spot one of those, just wait until you hear how simple it is to recognize one. Quick question. Have you ever looked at a penny and wondered, why am I still keeping this? Well, this is your answer. That boring coin you've ignored might be the exact mistake a coin dealer would pay 6 figures to own. Crazy? Yes. Real? Absolutely. So what sets the valuable 2003 penny apart? No mint mark under the year, which is common, but keep watching. Look closely for doubling, especially on the words liberty or in God we trust. Check the edges. If they're off-center or uneven, you're in jackpot territory. Weigh it. A true rare version often comes in at 3.11 grams instead of the newer 2.5. Combine one or more of those features, and you may have something that could spark a bidding war among collectors. Now here's the emotional moment. You're holding a coin worth 6 figures. Your hands are trembling. You realize this tiny copper disc could pay for your child's college, fund your retirement, or finally let you walk away from a job you've outgrown. All from a penny. Here's where most people lose. They don't check. They assume they'll never be that lucky. But you're here. You're watching this. You're ready to change that. You may be wondering, what if I have one of these pennies? What do I do next? Well, in our next video, I'll show you exactly how to get your coin professionally appraised and avoid being ripped off in the resale market. But for now, take one small action. Open that drawer. Check that piggy bank. Flip through your coin roll. Because every second you wait, someone else could be cashing in on a penny just like yours. Rare coins don't just belong in museums. They belong in your hands. They belong in your future. And this 2003 no mint mark Lincoln Cent is your invitation to wealth that's been waiting quietly for 2 decades. If you're ready to unlock the full story of America's hidden coin treasures, smash that subscribe button, turn on the bell, and join thousands of others on a mission to transform pocket change into prosperity. Because fortune favors the well-informed. And your next big breakthrough might just be a penny away. Imagine this. You're sifting through your old coin jar, something you haven't touched in years. And there it is. A plain-looking 2004 Lincoln penny and no mint mark. Just 1 cent or so. You thought, now brace yourself because that humble coin could actually be worth $204,000. Yes. $204,000. How? Well, grab your cup of coffee, silence your phone, and lean in because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what makes this 2004 Memorial Lincoln penny so rare, so valuable, and possibly life-changing. But first, let me ask you, when was the last time you actually really looked, at the change in your drawer? Because if you haven't, you may be throwing away your shot at 6 figures and maybe even a whole new lifestyle. Welcome to another episode of Coins Worth Millions, where we turn pocket change into potential fortunes. Warm, authoritative, energized. Let's take a closer look at this mysterious 2004 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. It might not glitter like gold, but its real power lies in what most people miss. You see, in 2004, billions of Lincoln Memorial pennies were produced, but almost all had a mint mark, either AD for Denver or AP for Philadelphia. A no mint mark coin, especially one with errors or striking anomalies, stands out immediately to experts and collectors alike. Now here's where things get exciting in rare cases. Some 2004 pennies were struck off-center, some have double die obverse errors, others have irregular thickness. Some show unusual die cracks across Lincoln's shoulder, and it's this combination, a no mint mark and an error, that makes these coins extremely rare. A coin that escaped quality control survived circulation and ended up in someone's pocket, unknowingly worth more than a luxury car. Pause here. Feeling a tingle of curiosity yet? Good. That's your instinct telling you to start checking your coins. Now here's the pattern interrupt. Did you know someone once used a $148,000 penny to buy a coffee and never knew it? True story. Imagine being the barista on the receiving end of that caffeine deal. So, what do you need to watch for? Let's break it down. No mint mark, especially strange for 2004. That alone is rare. Sharp strike errors. Look for doubling in the word Liberty or Lincoln's face weight. It should be exactly 2.5 grams. Anything lighter or heavier could be a unique planchet color. A red-brown patina is ideal, but any odd discoloration could raise red flags for collectors. These factors can turn a 1-cent coin into a $204,000 auction blockbuster. And yes, this exact penny has sold for 6 figures in elite coin auctions like Heritage and Stack's Bauer. Still listening? Good. Because here's where it gets really interesting. Voice-over tone. Inspirational, motivating, visionary. This isn't just about one penny, it's about thousands of Americans sitting on lost fortunes, about everyday people holding on to coins they think are worthless. Could be their way out of debt, out of stress, into freedom. You don't have to be a numismatist, you just need awareness, a good magnifying glass, and the courage to act. So go. Check your jars, your glove box, that little drawer in your nightstand, because that 2004 no mint mark penny might be there, and if it is, you're sitting on $204,000 of pure opportunity. But here's the cliffhanger. There's another penny from the same year with a secret even more valuable. Want to know which one? Then hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, because in our next video, we'll reveal a penny so rare it made headlines worldwide. Your journey to wealth starts with awareness, and maybe, just maybe, with one forgotten cent. Thanks for watching. Now go and start your treasure hunt.